Hi, I'm Alix, Paultre, editor-at-large for Microwaves and RF, and I'm today at the Things event in Amsterdam, and I've got Anicet Giaimo here from STMicroelectronics, and I'm glad to have you here, Anis. I mean, I'm really glad to have you here because ST has been at the show over the years,
Yeah.
and the show has grown and developed, and so is your participation. What do you think about the show so far?
Yeah, so quite busy as you can see. Many people are here, and it's really good to see how it is growing, because, as you said, we are participating to the show since a long time ago, and we have seen the evolution. We have seen how many partners, how many customers are here, and every year after year, it's becoming more and more. So
Well,
that's amazing. Yeah?
I agree. Well, I think we in the early years, it was about the promise, what we can do.
Right.
And now we're seeing
we are doing it.
we're doing it.
Yeah.
Here's what we are doing.
Yes.
Which brings me to, you've got something on the Wall of Fame this year, right?
Yes.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your device in the Wall of Fame this year?
Today we are announcing a brand new device, ST device,
Uh-huh.
here for the first time actually in the Things conference. This is a module. So this is an ST module where we integrate all the RF, the bill of material. Today I bring it here with me.
You're holding up for the camera.
That's the board, yes. So you'll see here, this is the module. And inside this module, there is all the RF devices, the RF components. Means that the R&D, this is really a key for R&D.
So everything is here.
Everything is here.
Power management, RF management,
right.
Logic.
Exactly. So in the module, you have the MCU and the radio. On top of that, you have all the clock system to allow to clock the device with the crystals, a TCXO to be stable across temperature. So this is really suitable for industrial application. You have also, because it has been already fine-tuned to achieve the best performance of the WL. So that's why it's really good for R&D development, because it means that the RF is already achieving the best performance of the product. So the R&D can focus really on their own application.
On their specialty.
Yes, on their specialty, which is the IoT application itself. All the wireless complexity has been already handled by ST in this product. So integration, you can see the footprint. It's a 10 by 10 millimeter footprint, so really small. Yeah, this part. And inside that, you have so many components from the MCU up to the antenna pin. All inside. All has been integrated inside. Yes.
Very cool. So, well, you know, we can get into the nuts and bolts of it at another time because we could talk all day about just what's in here. Because but a quick note, for example, I don't see a crystal can. So you're probably you're using a MEMS TCXO or?
So no, it's a crystal.
There is a crystal, but it's inside the case.
Inside the case, yes. A TCXO 32 megahertz for the high-speed clock of the radio.
But it's internal to the module.
Fully internal.
Very nice.
Yes. Yeah. Right. There is also a switch, TX and RX switch, to connect the antenna to a single pin. So out of the module, you have a single pin and you can connect the antenna directly out of the module.
That's impressive. So now, what are some of the application spaces that can be addressed with this?
Yeah, good question. You see, this module is a specific module because it is molded module. It is molded. So it's really suitable for industrial application, like factory automation, like energy management system, because robustness, mainly robustness. The casing here, the molded casing, allows to have EMC protection, physical protection against humidity, moisture, and everything. So really suitable for high temperature grade operation as well.
So automotive too, then, something like that.
It's not an automotive grade product, really focusing on
industrial.
Correct, yeah, industrial market.
Well, then again, industrial is where you need the Internet of Things connections.
Correct, yeah, right, yes. So that's the point here, is to enable our customer to start quickly a design in the IoT, in the industrial IoT, take the module, put this on their application, on their PCB, and start right away their application.
Well, could you give me an example of an application or two that, like, I've got a smart facility, I want to improve my performance. Where do I insert your devices to help me the most?
So today, what I introduced during my keynote here in the Things conference, it's a street lighting demonstration based on this module. So it's what is called NEMA It's a NEMA street light, so it's a standardized form factor for street light. And our partner, Avnet, did a NEMA controller based on this module, and just within 6 months. Within 6 months, they made everything working, connected to the cloud to connect the lights to a LoRaWAN network. So that's really show how this can simplify the R&D effort, the R&D development to make a device quickly. It is already certified, by the way. So it is LoRaWAN certified. It is FCC, CE to be in line with all the regulations. So again, that's really the point here, is to make the life of the R&D much easier. And quickly to design.
Why don't you tell us a little bit more about your keynote? What aspects did you bring out for the audience? What did you want to emphasize for them?
Time to market. That's really if you need to remember something from the keynote, I think that's the most important here, is time to market. Yeah.
So by easy deployment?
By easy deployment, yes, by easy development with our ecosystem as well, because this module is fully integrated inside our ecosystem. It is available in our development environment, CubeMX, so you can easily debug, wire your application, and make quickly a design. Yeah.
Could you give me an example of like a client using this in the field? Or I mean, I realize you might have some proprietary. Well, no, but I meant in an industrial, inside the facility.
Inside the facility. So yeah, so there is, it's kind of LoRaWAN is really great for private networks.
Right.
So that's really make this solution a perfect fit for when you have a facility like a factory. You want to acquire data from sensors, industrial sensors, and because this allows long-range communication. And long-range means long communication, means that you can reduce the number of gateways and you can transmit far away. In such case, that you can also reduce the overall cost of the infrastructure. And this makes it a really good solution for factory, as you can see, saving the cost of the infrastructure, making it quickly to design, and then, yeah, that's the point here.
There you go. So now, let's say I'm the end user. I'm the guy in the factory. How do I approach you? Where do I say I need help? I mean, obviously it's a big facility. Where do we start?
Well, so ST, we are not dealing with the end user, the real end user. We are dealing with device maker.
And they're dealing
the sensor. So that's why we are really dealing with the developers. And
making sure they have the right solution.
Making sure they have the right solution. They build the end product, and then after they give it to the factory, to the one that will use at the end, the user. Yeah, right.
Excellent. Now, I noticed that there is an antenna in their peripheral devices. Who are your device partners on here?
Also, we have many partner design. Here, this is really just to see a demonstration. This is an evaluation board, as you can see. So this is just to do quick prototype. This is not something that will be right away used for the antenna. I mean, used in the final product. This is just for evaluation, quick prototype, proof of concept. You have here the 4 megabit memory to do firmware update. For example, over the air, you can update the memory. You have MEMS, ST MEMS inside also, so you can do a demonstration. You see, to do a movement control.
So that also has inertial information as well.
Yeah, right. So you can make a quick demo with this, a quick evaluation of the product, a quick prototype. That's really the point of this demonstration board. Yeah.
Although I must admit, it's interesting that you also have the inertial information, because a lot of these are just doing data and power supply and RF, but that you're actually getting physical information out of this is interesting.
Exactly. And for example, what I presented also on my keynote, it's an interesting application for cattle monitoring in Brazil. So they are using MEMS to monitor the alimentation habits, to predict also if there is any disease or any vaccination needs, using the animal behavior, using inertial movement, using accelerator. So you see how actually there is no limit. The only limit is our imagination to see what we can do with this kind of solution, IoT solution.
Well, because that's actually, it's interesting you bring up, Brazil and the cattle, because their legacy solution was that chip to boy. They had that little RF chip in the ear, but all that gave you was the identity of the owner. It didn't tell you anything about the animal.
And now it's going to the next step. with just a really, as you say, it is on the ear, yeah, and it's really small product. The end product is like 35 grams. So you see, it's really.
So it doesn't even bother the animal.
But with a lot of features inside, like it uses blockchain as well, you know, to guarantee the
For secure, yeah.
Yeah, security, to guarantee the uniqueness of the data collected for each
One cow.
yeah, for inventory control, you see such kind of things. So really, I think it helps a lot farmers in Brazil. It helps a lot for the factory automation. It helps a lot for street lighting, for our city, make the city more sustainable. So many applications, as you can see, many things to do with these products.
So now I'm asking everyone this,
Yeah.
because it's an important part. How much assistance do you give the customer in making sure your solution is deployed optimally in their solution?
No, that's a really good question, because we are really focusing on this aspect. In ST, we have a full team, a FAE team, to provide technical support to the customer. So we are training the customer through some trainings. We also have some MOOC, so some video on YouTube to teach the customer how to use the product. We have a wiki page just to show global and generic information on the LoRaWAN technology. We have also on our website online support, so customer can also ask their question directly to our experts. So many things. We have a forum, a community also to help.
Community is always nice.
Yeah, on the forum to ask their question, to try them, and we try to anticipate the question. That's the most important with our ecosystem. With an ecosystem that has been fully validated, fully certified. And that's the point, to make the customer life more easy, to make sure that they will not meet any issue. So then everyone is happy. Yeah.
Well, hey, before I let you go, do you have any last thoughts for our audience? Some tips or ideas or just some advice?
Well, so what I wanted to tell you today is really to save time to market. This module really allows that, because it has all the complexity, you know, the RF complexity that has been already tuned by ST. So the message for today is really clear, is that gaining time to market, the solution is here, right?
Very cool. Thanks, I really appreciate you taking the time to be here today.
No, thanks to you, and see you next year then at
Yes,
the same
sir.
place,
And
right?
see you all next year
and
too.
with even more people busy and more partners.